Boy from the back room and the bustling city of Surulere, Lagos, stood one narrow street filled with clanging generators and shouting akara sellers. Stood a tired compound with cracking paint. It was here that Damilola, the boy born of the mistake, grew up. It wasn't really a mistake, at least not to his mother, Auntie Ngozi, who bore him with love. But to everyone else in the Alade family, it was nothing but a stain on their reputation. His father, Chief Alade, was a man of wealth and image with a mansion-like main house where his wife and children, Sheyi, Bimbo and Tade lived in pride, but tucked at the back of the compound in a small, hot BQ room was Damilola and his mother, the side family, and they were treated as such. Why is he always staring at our food? That was Bimbo one afternoon when Dami was 8 years old. He had only peeked into the kitchen while they were eating jollof rice with chicken. He doesn't have manners, Tade added. He's not part of this family. Let him go back to where he came from. Sheyi the elder said with so much venom it made Dami flinch. He stood there, barefoot and shirtless, his lips dry and his eyes pleading. I didn't ask to be born, he whispered, but they had already slammed the door in his face. That night, he and his mother ate plain white rice with palm oil. Auntie Ngozi smiled and said, Don't worry, my son. One day, the same people laughing at you will look up to you. Dami nodded, but tears soaked in his pillow. While his siblings wore polished shoes and crisp uniform from Corona School, Dami went to community primary school in Okota. He walked there every day, crossing gutters and dodging Okadas, his backpack held together with safety pins. One day, he saw Bimbo in a fancy school bus while he was walking home with dust on his feet. Driver, stop, she said. Dami's heart jumped. Maybe she was going to offer him a ride. But when he ran toward her, she stuck out a hand and yelled, Don't come near me. You smell like gutter. The boss erupted in laughter. Dami stood still, his shirt stuck to his chest from sweat. Then the boss drove off, leaving him in a swirl of dust and shame. That night, he sat silently beside his mother. As she rubbed his feet, she looked into his eyes and said, You are not dirty, Dami. They just can't see your light yet. When Chief Alade held family meetings, Aunty Ngozi and Dami were not invited. But one day, Chief needed Dami to carry his briefcase to the car. Dami passed by the living room where they were gathered. Who let that one in here? She scoffed. Bimbo rolled her eyes. He's always lucky like a house rat. Chief didn't defend him. Instead, he packed. Drop the bag and go. Dami placed the briefcase down and tried to leave quietly, but it tripped on the rug. They all laughed. Clumsy bastard, Tade muttered. Dami looked back, eyes wide, cheeks burning. I'm your brother, he said softly. Sheyi looked up, walked up to him, and said in his face, No, you are not. You are a mistake my father regrets. When he was 17, his mother fell sick. She had typhoid that turned into complications. The Alades didn't help. Chief had long distanced himself. When Dami begged for help to take her to a better hospital, Bimbo waved him off. Go and ask your real father. This is not our problem, she had barked. Dami sat beside his dying mother, held her free hand and sobbed. Please don't leave me. You are all I have. Our last words to him were, They rejected us, Dami, but God never did. Don't let hate grow in your heart. Use your pain to build something greater. She passed away that night. Dami buried her alone with borrowed money from a phone repair shop owner. Afterward, he swore to rise. He worked like mad. During the day, he hawked snacks. At night, he camped at a cyber cafe, watching tutorials. He learned coding, digital marketing, anything that could earn him something. Many years passed. By 24, Damilola started a tech platform that helped him build a small business. A foreign investor saw potential and funded him. By 26, his company had an office in Yaba and a satellite branch in Ghana. He was featured on Channels TV, introduced as the silent tech genius from Surulere. Meanwhile, things were falling apart for his siblings. Sheyi's import business collapsed after he was duped. Bimbo's marriage ended in scandal and she returned home with two children. Tade got into trouble with loan sharks and was hiding from shame. The once proud Alade family house was falling apart. Chief had died 2 years earlier of a stroke and left behind more debt than assets. On rainy day, Dami returned to the old compound. A black SUV pulled in slowly. The neighbors stared. The security guard stammered, "Oga Dami." The gate opened. He stepped out, tall, clean, confident, but still the same Dami inside. His siblings were sitting under the mango tree, arguing about how to sell the house and divide the scraps. Their mouths dropped. "Dami," Bimbo whispered, "I heard you people are planning to sell the house." Sheyi stood up slowly. "We didn't think you'd come back here," he stammered. Dami looked around. His eyes lingered on the boys' quarter, now broken and dirty, his mother's window. "I remember when you all laughed at me," he said, his voice soft. "I remember every insult, every slap, every door shot in my face." Tade lowered his head slowly. "But I also remember my mother's words. Their bitterness only weakens you. I'm buying this house. I'll renovate it so you won't need to worry about rent or food. I'm settling each of you. I have enough." They stared at him. It didn't make any sense. "Why?" Bimbo asked, her voice shaking. "After everything we did?" Dami looked at them, eyes glistening. "Because I'm not like you. I'm not here to get even. I'm here to do better." Today, the newly painted compound bears a small inscription by the gate, built by the boy from the back room. And whenever people pass by, they point and say, "That's Damilola's house, the boy they once ignored, who now carries his whole family." And in his new house in Lekki, beside the framed photo of his mother, Damilola kept a small wooden plaque that read, "The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone." The end. Thanks for listening. This is a story of rejection, resilience, and redemption. No matter the negative circumstances in your surroundings, you can still thrive and achieve success as long as you don't give up. If you have been blessed and inspired by this story, please support my channel, comment, like, and subscribe for more. Thank you once again. I love you all. Bye.